Hey, good afternoon. Hello, happy Wednesday, happy hump day. This is Actors Daily Bread. Yeah, it's nice and hot out here today, out here in California. Today I'm talking about how to handle waiting. Waiting. And I want to say what's up to the replay watchers if you're watching the replay of this. Hopefully you can see me. I'm like, the sun is so bright. I can barely see the screen, so I'm just going to keep talking. If this is your first time watching Actors Daily Bread, what's up? Welcome. My name is Christine Horn. I am an actress, and I'm a life and career coach for actors. And we do Actors Daily Bread every single day, so be sure to say hello if you're watching. Give me a thumbs up, give me some hearts to let me know that you're feeling me, that you're sending me some love. And today's subject is actually inspired by one of the Actors Daily Bread members. Kufunya Kale, what's up? Shout out to you. And we were talking today offline, and he asked, well, we were just talking about the waiting. How to handle waiting. You know, you have an audition that you think is amazing. You feel like you killed it, and then you wait. You have to wait. Let's see who's responding here. Okay, I thought I saw something. Leave a question. If you have a question, please leave it. I respond to all questions and all comments, whether you're watching the replay or not. So I was just giving him some tips, and I thought I might share them with you. So if you're just watching, this is Actors Daily Bread, and all I can do is share my tips, things that I do for myself to cope with waiting, because I think no matter what stage you are in this career, you're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait till you have an audition, wait to see if it gets booked. If you book it, you book a series as a series regular, you have to wait and see if the show gets picked up. I was just texting another girlfriend of mine today who booked a series and shot it, and now she's waiting. So yeah, how do you handle waiting? Because it's hard, right? And here's my tip. I have a few tips. One tip that I give, welcome if you're watching, give me some love, give me a heart or some thumbs up if you're watching, even if you're watching the replay. One tip, one of the things that I do, I just did it yesterday. When I'm done with an audition, when I leave the room, if you have an in-person audition, as soon as I leave the room, I mean literally, I walk out the room, thank you so much, all right, thank you. The script that I have, the sides, I trash them right then and there, right before I even leave the casting office. So it might be the trash can at the reception desk. I don't care, but before I leave the building, that script is gone. Why do you do that? For me, the reason why I do it is because it's a sense of closure for me. Of course, I want to book it. I mean, hell, that's why I showed up, right? And I'm sure that's why you show up. I'm trying to find some shade. Well, you can't really see me, though. I guess I'll stay in the light. Find your light, Christine, right? So that's one tip. That's one of my techniques. I throw the script away immediately. It gives me a sense of relief. I leave it behind. And a lot of times I have like other auditions I have to prep for, and I have my life I have to live. And I think too many times we get so absorbed in that result, it can distract you from the rest of your life. Right? So if you can resonate with that, please give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, share this video with an actor who needs to hear this word. Another tip I want to give you for handling waiting, and this is what I talked to Kufunya about in the Actors Daily Bread group, and please join us if you haven't already. And you can ask a question too. I am live. I'm always amazed at how I show up live every day, and I get only about 3 people ask me questions. I'm like, I'm here every day asking. You can ask me anything. Anyway, I don't know, do I scare you? Don't be shy, come talk to me. So another tip I have for handling waiting is this one. Don't tell so many people about the audition, or don't tell so many people about the opportunity. Here's why I say that. Again, I was talking to this gentleman in the group, and he was like, yeah, I try to let it go, and then because I've told some friends or some family, they're asking me, hey, how did that audition go? Did you find out about the job? Did you book it? And it's so hard as an actor to be like, no, I didn't book it, or I don't know. You know, like you trying to forget it, and then someone keeps bringing it back up. And you know, your friends and your family, they mean well, right? They mean well. They hope you got it. But the problem with that is, it's hard for you to deal with your own process if people are constantly reminding you about that big thing you were reading for, right? If you were down to you and one other person for a test, and you didn't book it, like, you don't want to be reminded of that. So my tip for you is to not tell everybody. My mother, who I love dearly, hey mom, hey Valerie, my mother, I purposely don't even tell her about auditions anymore. You know, I'll tell her when I book something, because she cares, and she's naturally going to say, did you hear anything? And I'm like, no, no, I didn't. So those are my top 2 tips for how to handle the waiting. And I'll give you a bonus tip. I believe there's a beauty in celebrating the journey. And just like I was telling Kufani, and if this is resonating, please give me a thumbs up, whether you're watching the replay or watching it live. I want to know if you can relate to this, if you're finding this helpful. And today we're talking about how to handle waiting, when you're waiting to hear about the results. And even if you're not an actor, waiting to hear the results of something, right? And how do you handle that? So first, just to recap, I talked about throwing away the script at the audition. Once you're done, and if you're at home self-taping, as soon as I'm done taping, script is in the trash. That's a release. I've released it. You know, you hear that story about Oprah Winfrey telling all the time before she booked The Color Purple, and how she finally had to surrender the role, right? She has to just let it go. For me, that's what throwing the script away represents, letting it go. And I also believe, this is the bonus tip I wanted to give you about how to handle waiting, is to celebrate the job that you did, right? Because if you tie the outcome to your talent, then that's where the problem's gonna lie, because you'll book, or you'll get pinned, or you'll not get a call back. And then if you start to say, dang, I thought I killed it, I'm not booking. If you tie that to your talent, you're gonna start to think that you're not talented. You're gonna start to think that there's something wrong with you. And you have to remember, God, I say this all the time, but you gotta remember that there are so many other factors that come into play between you booking a job or not. There's so many other factors. So I want you to celebrate the job that you did. So if you know you killed it, celebrate it. I used to, we have a comment here. Wow, I just got done doing a self-tape audition and was just telling myself that. Way to go, Tarnisha. Yeah, you have to celebrate. You have to, I'm giving you a thumbs up. You have to celebrate the job you did and not attach the outcome to your success, right? So those are my 3 tips for how to handle waiting. And another one is, Tarnisha says, let it go. Absolutely. And I'll be real. It's easier to thank you for the hearts and thank you for the love. It's easier said than done. I'm not going to lie. Right? I'm not going to lie. It's easier said than done to be like, I'm going to just let it go. When you're like, oh, I want that job so bad, or I want that gig. The helicopter's coming over. But it's practice. It is practice. California. So I'm not going to lie to you. It does take practice, but it is possible. Dang, was one more thing I wanted to share with you. Gotta love live video. Because I know it's hard. I don't want to make it seem like, Christine, it's just so easy for you. It's not. I get attached to roles too. Oh, here's what my final thing before I let you go. And I hope you can see my eyes. I need you to find something else to be passionate about. I need you to find something else that can take your energy, so that when you have this big audition, when you have these big opportunities, if you've shot a series or waiting to see if you're going to get picked up, I need you to have something else that can take your time and can take your mind off that thing. So if you have a side business, if you're watching me, you know I'm a life and career coach. I also write books, I hold retreats, and I do all kinds of stuff, because that fuels me as a whole human being. My life does not solely revolve around, is my phone going to ring today for an acting job? Of course I want that, but if it doesn't happen, then what happens to me? And so I want to challenge you with that. And thank you for the hearts. And whether you're watching this live or the replay, give me some hearts and let me know if this resonates with you. But find the celebration in the work that you're doing, because it's not for naught. People have no idea the process and all that you give before you even find out if you're booked or not. So if you missed any parts of this video, we talked about how to handle waiting. This is going to be over in a second. You can watch the replay. But I shared 3 tips on how I personally handle waiting, because waiting is a challenge. It is hard. I'm not going to lie, especially when you get pinned and put on hold, and So watch those tips, and I hope those help. But my favorite one, though, is throwing the script away. And then I also celebrate. Whether it's with a glass of juice, glass of champagne, I'm going to celebrate a job well done, regardless of the outcome. Regardless of the outcome. I love you guys. If you're not part of the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group, you are, I mean, for real, and I'm not just saying it, I think you're missing out because I have some exclusive trainings. And hey, if you're in the Actors Daily Bread Facebook group and you're watching this, leave a comment here and let people know why they should join, because I'm giving away some great stuff in there that I don't share on these public live videos. So I am about to tape another video for my show called The Push every Wednesday. So look out for that later. And then I'm going to go to the library. You know, why not? Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.